Good morning, everyone. We're live again on the fourth week of March to announce the weekly physical album chart. Sorry for running a couple of minutes late. Just setting up things here. I know it's raining at least in the East Coast here today, or I guess Northeast. So it might be a little dark. I usually have a lot of sunlight here, so we'll wait a couple of minutes until we have a few people flocking in to this week's weekly chart announcement. While we're waiting, I'm going to set up a few things as well, so bear with me. Great. Let's see. So it is fourth week of March already. It's basically end of March, and it definitely feels like spring has begun. And here we are. Hello. Welcome, welcome. And actually we have a lot of new albums released this week, so we get to talk about a lot of the new albums on this week's release. So let's see what kind of albums are available. And on the top 10 ranking of HANTEO Charts, weekly physical album chart, the fourth week of March. So since we have a few people, we'll get started. Hello everyone, we will announce the world's one and only real-time chart, HANTEO Charts weekly physical album chart, starting now. And this is your host, Joe. And if you're curious about K-pop album sales, please subscribe to the channel and like this video for more information. And yeah, let's take a look at the weekly physical album chart rankings of the fourth week of March. Starting with the 10th place. 10th place of HANTEO Charts weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March was taken by MCND. MCND, as you know by now, the album title is called Into the Ice Age. It was sold 1,201 copies in the last week. As we've been talking about MCND, they did the meet and call so that you don't have to be physically interacting with them, but still can meet them and interact with them online. So they did another meet and call, I guess, called My Home version. So they were in like comfortable clothing, like pajamas, and it was very adorable. I believe it was on Instagram. So yay for the technology that enables the live broadcasting, which this is the thing that you're watching as well right now. And they also uploaded a dance cover of My Home, and they also were on the very last music show as of last week, so they have wrapped up their promotion, which I would say it was a very, very successful promotion considering how this was their debut album and this was their first ever music shows. So yeah, like somebody saying on the chat, MCND, again, amazing considering how they're just freshly debuted and rookies, and made the weekly physical album chart now, I believe, 3 times in a row now, so congratulations. And that was 10th place of HANTEO Charts weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March. MCND's Into the Ice Age album was sold 1,201 copies. Moving on to the 9th place. 9th place of the weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March was taken by Blackpink. Blackpink's Kill This Love album was sold 1,280 copies in the last week. So obviously this album was released, I believe, last year, right? So this is not a new album, but it is a pleasant surprise to see Blackpink. And as you all know, I have a very special spot in my mind for girl groups. So it's really good to see them on the chart again. And I guess I'm sure if you're Blank, like you always hear that Blackpink's gonna make a comeback. They're gonna make a comeback very soon, like every month, basically. But yeah, maybe this is a good sign that everybody's looking forward to the Blackpink's comeback, right? Like I think one of the ways that fans can signal the labels that they really want the group to make a comeback or they're supporting them is to purchase an album, and maybe this is it. Like now they may have to finally make a comeback. So yeah, that's so this Kill This Love is actually on the ninth place this week. And recently I mean, it is well known that Blackpink is known to make record breaking everything with their music video views because Blinks are very strong streamers. And recently, their music video, Doo 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 Doo, actually exceeded. What is this? What is this number? It's crazy. It's like. So that's like what? 1.1 billion views? That's crazy. A lot of the views basically made by the music video, and that's like the highest record ever set by a K-pop group. So, congratulations. Surprising but not surprising. It's a lot of the Blinks are really into streaming music videos and increasing the visibility basically of the group. So, and it was actually Lisa's birthday. Congratulations on March 27th. Spring baby. And she released a photo book celebrating her birthday. So definitely check it out. Beautiful. I'm just confessing my favorite member in Blackpink is Lisa. So, but yeah, so that for Blackpink, we hope they make a comeback very soon. Blackpink's Kill This Love, that was sold 1,280 copies in the fourth week of March. Moving on to the eighth place. Eighth place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart, fourth week of March, was taken by ITZY. ITZY's It's Me album was sold 2,273 copies in the last week. And as you know, this album also has been on the weekly physical album chart since its release continuously, and they also won a music show first place in Inkigayo last week. So obviously they were very touched and thankful for the support from Mitzi, and they said they'll continue on their hard work from now on. So looking forward to see them in the other music shows in the following weeks, and hopefully they'll also get more wins. Somebody is a fan of the title Wannabe. Yeah, Wannabe is a great song. Like, I feel like I'm talking about Wannabe basically every week, again and again, but it's a very powerful, motivating song, especially if you're feeling down, like these uncertain, difficult times. So yeah, support ITZY Wannabe. And that was 8th place. ITZY, their album, It's Me, was sold 2,273 copies in the fourth week of March and placed 8th place in HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart. And as you know, this weekly physical chart result is presented by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time music chart. And if you're enjoying watching this video, please subscribe to the channel and like this video, and we'll continue on reporting the weekly physical album chart results as we are doing now. Moving on to the 7th place. 7th place of this week's weekly physical album chart was taken by Super Junior DNE. As you know, this is the unit made out of Super Junior, and it's not like they released a new album, but their second mini album, About You, was sold 3,104 copies in the last week. So this album was actually released in 2018, so it's been 2 years, almost, like I guess more like a year and a half or so. But yeah, so it's another surprise that older release made a re-entry in the weekly physical album chart. But actually, the title track is also called About You, in English at least. And this actually is a really good song to listen in spring. Like it really goes well with the warm weather and sort of like a groovy background music. So definitely I recommend the song About You for your playlist this spring. And that probably explains why it's back on the chart too. So yeah, that was in seventh place. Super Junior D&E About You, the second mini album, was sold 3,104 copies in the fourth week of March. And we're on sixth place now. Sixth place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March was taken by Astro. Astro's one and only album was sold 3,362 copies in the last week. And as you know, this album is also doing very well since its release, and I would say continuously on more of a higher ranks in the weekly physical album chart as well. And they actually released, I guess, made the first performance of the, I guess, the only track, one and only, in Mnet's M Countdown last week. And I think it was a very beautiful, I mean, to begin with, the song is very beautiful. And the stage is also beautiful as well. It was decorated like a garden, so it sort of fits well. It goes well with the spring theme, and also very beautiful. That celebrates the fans and also the spring, I would say. I'm sorry, I was distracted by comments on how spring has come to me. Yeah, I tried a little flower earrings today just to lift up the mood. It is spring, and yeah. So spring, yay, flowers. And yeah, so we're talking about one and only stage. So that was also beautiful, and they were all in sort of a beige outfit that, like, I feel like some of the outfit colors, like beige or yellow, I would say, are some of the colors that are really hard to, manage and look good in, but they're Astro, so they look amazing. But yeah, so they're continuing on really celebrating their debut and their, grateful mind towards the fans. So it's really good to see. And they also made sixth place. So that was Astro in sixth place. Their album, One and Only, was sold 3,362 copies in the last week. Oh, thank you. And yeah, so since we're up to sixth place, so this is time again to say that this weekly physical album chart is presented by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time chart. So if you purchased an album to support your favorite artist last week, then your purchase has counted towards this week's results. So yay for supporting your favorite artists. And if you're enjoying watching this video and interested in learning about chart results every week at the same time with me at this place, please subscribe to the channel and also like this video. Ooh, somebody's saying today is Unu's birthday in Korea. Yay! Happy birthday. So I guess, what is today? I'm like really bad with days. So March 30th, I guess, is Unu's birthday. I think I said this last week too, but Astro has a lot of birthdays in March. It's spring in general, so yay, happy birthday. Yeah, so there you go on Astro. Moving on to the fifth place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March was taken by ONEUS. ONEUS's new album, in its time, was sold 11,824 copies in the fourth week of March. This is their first single album release, and the title track is called A Song Written Easily, and it sings about the feelings and emotions that the singer, the members are facing after a breakup. So it is a beautiful song, but also sort of on the sadder tone. But if you just listen to the song, you can't really feel the sadness. It has sort of like a brighter melody. So there's a nice contrast going on there. And also the music video is very scenic. It is sort of, I guess, the critiques also reviewed as a very scenic and beautiful music video. And there's a lot of behind stories that ONEUS members told us through like various interviews and stuff about, going to all those different locations and having to, shoot the beautiful scenes under the sun. So yeah, so I think one of the things, like characteristics, I would say, of ONEUS's music video is that they have a very beautiful scenic and artistic, I guess, angles and shots. So definitely give it a watch. And yeah, support ONEUS. Somebody's mentioning ONEUS had their tour in USA last year. They did, and we actually have an interview that HANTEO News did on our channel as well, so definitely check it out. It's fun. And that was ONEUS on 5th place. Their album In Its Time was sold 11,824 copies in the last week. Somebody said they watched the interview on the channel. Yes. Yeah, it's not like I would say a very stern interview. It's a really fun one. So definitely check it out. Search ONEUS on our channel and check it out. Yeah, and moving on to the 4th place. 4th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of 4th week of March was taken by BTS. BTS's Map of the Soul 7 album was sold 25,018 copies in the last week. So I don't know, like we were, obviously this album was continuously on the top 10 since its release. And this week, actually not too long ago, I believe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, that they announced that they are in fact delaying and postponing their USA tour. They announced it through their app, Weavers, which is their fan community. Yeah, so they are still on the top, obviously, and I guess not surprisingly. And yeah, so I believe it was from late, I guess there were some stops in late April, so I guess it was inevitable. I'm personally on the East Coast, like you all know by now. So I guess it's towards the end of March or May, so we weren't sure if it was going to still happen or not, but they did in fact make a decision to postpone it and actually letting everyone to keep their tickets, which I guess a lot of fans wanted, especially if you have a good seat. So yeah, hopefully everything dies down soon and everybody can resume on their concert activities soon. It's not canceled, it is postponed, so it'll happen, but we're not sure when. So they did, on the positive side of things, they still won a music show, even their promotion is over with the title track on. Was Music Core, I believe, so congratulations. Hope we can continue to see BTS on the weekly physical album chart as well. And that was 4th place actually this week. BTS's Map of the Soul 7 album that was sold 25,018 copies in the 4th week of March. Moving on to the 3rd place. 3rd place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of 4th week of March was taken by NCT 127. NCT 127 New Zone album was sold 44,466 copies in the last week. So on Music Bank, actually, they made their music show win. Congratulations. They were actually nominated against BTS, so I guess it's a very big event for some of the fans. And obviously, NCT members thanked the fans and citizens. And I guess, we're talking about this particular album and the title track, Kick It, since its release as well on this announcement. But it is a very powerful and addictive hip-hop dance song. So if you're ever feeling down because you are confined in a small room, definitely play this song and get excited. And yeah, so that was NCT 127 on the 3rd place, doing still very well on our weekly physical album chart results. NCT 127 Neo Zone album was sold 44,466 copies in the fourth week of March. As you know, this weekly physical album chart is presented by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time chart. And please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you're enjoying watching this video or just interested in learning about the weekly physical album chart results or just new releases, because most new releases do end up in the top 10 if there is the support from the fans. So we get to talk about the new songs, new albums, music videos. So hopefully everybody can join at this time every week. Somebody said, and I guess NCT 127 ended their promotion this week already. I feel like it hasn't been that long. Has it been 3 weeks, 4 weeks now? Well, too bad. Did I see Jaehyun's Sims? Was there a Sims video? I'm guessing from that comment somebody made a sim that looked like Jaehyun. But please explain more about this Jaehyun Sims. But yeah, we'll move on to the second place in the meantime. Second place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March was taken by Sungwoo. Sungwoo's album called Layers was sold 55,172 copies in the last week. So his album Layers, and the title track is called Gravity. And this Gravity, the title sings about how, I guess, the love and his affection towards this mystical person it basically pulls him down and drowns him in the water. Literally he sings that in the song, and the music video also features him actually drowning in the water too, and his basically wandering around in the middle of the woods. And I would say it's a very sort of has a dark tone, but not sad tone. It is still very beautiful, and it is very interesting. Personally, I think how the scenes in the music video repeats themselves. It starts with his coming out of the cabin in the woods, and he finds an empty car and ends up following this woman, I guess, who is sort of a representative character of his love. But he never catches her up. So that sort of the sequence repeats I think at least 3 times. So to me at least it felt like he is reliving the memory over and over of this love, and sings about this heavy love. So it's a great song. It's a good song. I wouldn't say it is a typical spring song for you, but it is a nonetheless very good, I guess, sort of a love song in general. It doesn't sing about breakup necessarily, but it's a love song. So hard to describe. I would say very artistic song, so definitely give it a listen yourself and let us know what you think. So yeah, with this title track and this new album, he successfully finished the online showcase, and this is actually his first solo mini album. So you can see a lot of the fans are supporting him very strongly, and he made second place in weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March. His album, Sungwoo's Layers, was sold 55,172 copies in the last week. We're only left with the first place. Time really flies by. I think I'm talking a lot today for whatever reason. But we're finally in the first place. The very top first place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of fourth week of March was taken by Kang Daniel. His album Cyan was sold I can't even say the numbers today. 238,167 copies in the last week. It's a very big number, and a lot of the different numbers are in front of me. So, so that was more than 200 copies just within the first week of release. I believe, don't we still have a day or so left in his initial Chodong record period? I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure there is a day left for him to make the first week sales record. And his title track is called To You, I guess in English, but it's sort of like a pun in Korean as well, because to in Korean is E, so you can read it as iu, which is a Korean word that means reason. And the song basically sings about the reason why you are important is just because you are being you. And the music video, I would say, has a very classic setting. I think there is a little bit of story too. I think Daniel himself appears as sort of like a janitor role of this classy, beautiful old theater, and he basically goes about singing and dancing the whole time and gets scolded by at the end because he wasn't cleaning, I suppose. But the song itself has a very bright and upbeat melody and lyrics as well. Like we said, it gives a very positive message. So definitely give it a listen while you're feeling down. And somebody saying cyan color looks good on him. Yeah, I think he actually dyed his hair blue too to fit with the album. And this is actually the first album to the color trilogy that he is trying to do for the rest of the year, I guess, and more. So the concept, the color cyan is everywhere, and the blue and green both sort of signifies like a fresh start and spring in Korea. So it fits really well with the time and the weather as well. And yeah, so this obviously he placed first place in the weekly physical album chart as well, and selling more than 200 copies in such a short period of time is actually the highest record a solo K-pop artist made in 2020. So we're looking forward to the great records and results that this album is going to continuously set, and probably we're going to see him again next week. So until then, please definitely give him a listen and let us know what you think next week. And yeah, so that was in first place, HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of 4th week of April. Kang Daniel's Cyan album was sold 238,167 copies in the last week. I did it. So yeah, so that was everyone on the top 10 of this weekly physical album chart. So we're gonna go ahead and announce them from top to bottom and celebrate everyone and congratulate them of their amazing result this week. So here we go. HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of 4th week of March. In first place, Kang Daniel's Cyan album was sold 238,167 copies in the last week. Second place, Oh Sung-woo's Layers was sold 55,172 copies. In third place, NCT127 Neo Zone was sold 44,466 copies. And in fourth place, BTS Map of the Soul 7 album was sold 25,018 copies. And in fifth place, ONEUS and its Time album was sold 11,824 copies. And in sixth place, Astro One and Only 3,362 copies sold in the last week. Seventh place, Super Junior DNE Bachu, the second mini album, was sold 3,104 copies. In eighth place, ITZY It's Me album was sold 2,273 copies. And in ninth place, Blackpink Kill This Love that was sold 1,280 copies. And in the 10th place, MCND Into the Ice Age that was sold 1,201 copies in the 4th week of March. So yeah, that was everyone on top 10. Congratulations. Hopefully you can see everyone back on the next week's weekly physical album chart. That would be the first week of April. It's crazy, but we are very much into spring now. I'm looking forward to see the existing albums doing well and also new albums that were going to be released in the future. So if you're curious about how many new albums are coming out and the coming week's weekly physical album chart results, along with the real-time chart, daily chart, and also monthly chart, definitely check out our app, WhosFan, on your local app stores. Like I said, it has all the chart results and you can definitely track them there. And you can also check different news and updates from your favorite artists if you follow your favorite artists. So It's a good community album. There are a lot of events going on too. So especially if you live in Seoul, Korea, then there are a lot of the bus ads event that's going on. That's really fun to participate. So, and I think we give out Polaroids too, like signed ones too, which is like the item to get these days. So definitely check it out and support your favorite artist there. And definitely follow the chart results. And like I said, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. And we'll come back on the same time and day, I guess, basically every week to announce the weekly physical album chart like we did right now. Oh, somebody's saying EXO wins that event. I guess they're talking about the April birthday event. So I guess we're gonna see Sehun's birthday ad in the buses. It's a video ad too. It's very cool. It's not your static image ad that goes on. So you'll be like seeing the videos on certain stops at buses, like basically all the buses. So it's a very big deal. So congratulations, EXO and XOL, on winning, and Sehun too for your birthday. Yeah, so that was it for this week's announcement, and I'll see you next week at the same time to talk about April in the weekly physical album charts. All right, everybody stay safe. Is definitely scary days out here, especially in the US and Europe. So definitely stay safe, everyone, and healthy, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week, and see you all soon. Bye.